today is going to be all about this makeup look. I decided to do a tutorial that's completely out of my comfort zone. You know that I'm all about the gold and the browns, all about the warm toned shades. So today I decided to do more of a cool toned makeup look to see if it suited me, because frankly I don't think I've ever tried a makeup look for the evening that wasn't warm toned. But I just bought this gorgeous blue dress from Lipsy to wear to a special occasion, and I thought that this dress wouldn't go very well with a warm toned makeup because this shade of blue is very cool toned. So I decided to do this makeup look. I really like how the look turned out. I think it's quite understated, but at the same time you have nice smoky eye there, and it has shades of grey, shades of gunmetal and a bit of purple in there. But as I mentioned, this dress here is from Lipsy. I'll try and do a full length picture and insert it here for you so you can see better what it looks like, and I'm absolutely in love with it. It's got these lace cut out details on the shoulders, and it's got a lace back detailing as well, and it's nice and fitted. So I'm really pleased with the dress and with the makeup. So I thought I would do a makeup look for people that have warm tones on their skin but want to wear cool tone makeup to go with cool tone clothes. I hope you guys like this look. Thumbs up this video if you did, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye!
So I'm going to start by applying my YSL Forever Youth Liberator serum all over my face. I like doing that because it adds a little bit of moisture to my skin, but it's not too much that the foundation slides all over the face. Then it's time for primer, and I've chose the Benefit the POREfessional primer. I find that it's the only primer that I like because it's light enough, but it still blurs my imperfections. My all-time favorite foundation, Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. You guys have heard me talk about this so much, so I'm not going to go on about it any longer. I've chosen to apply this foundation today with a sponge, and this is the Real Techniques, I think it's called Miracle complexion something, but I've mentioned it on my recent haul video, and I'm planning to do a blog post review on this. I'm not quite sure about it yet, but it does do the job quite well. It helps the foundation sink into the skin and gives a more flawless finish, although I do end up using a lot more product than what I use if I were to use it with a brush. So I haven't made up my mind yet whether I like it or not, but the finish is beautiful. I applied a little bit of my Bobbi Brown corrector under my eyes just to cancel out any odd tones, any purpleness or darkness under the eyes and on the outer corners of my eyes where I have pigmentation. So that's just cancelling out any odd tones. It's not a concealer, but it is helping conceal the area. And I'm just blending it all in again with the Real Techniques sponge. For concealer, I also chose an all-time favourite MAC Pro Longwear concealer. It is the most long-wearing concealer that I have. It doesn't crease under the eyes, and it covers pretty much anything that I need coverage for. It blends really well with this Real Techniques brush. I can't remember the name of the brush, but I'll put it in an annotation down below for you guys to have a look. And I also apply a little bit of the concealer on my eyelids just to cancel out again any odd tones, any uneven skin tones. For powder, I'm using a new favourite. I suffer from dry skin and dry patches, and I have a really hard time finding powders that don't stick to my dry patches, and this is one of the few. So I really like this powder, and I like the finish. It's so finely milled, you can barely see it on the skin. After I finish my face makeup, I like to apply a little bit of lip balm onto my lips whilst I do my eye makeup, and that will ensure that my lips will be really soft and moisturized when it's time to apply lipstick. Now there's going to be a lot of eyeshadows on this look, and the first one is this eyeshadow called Verve from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and it's just a silvery grey shadow with, I think, a little bit of a hint of purple to it. And I'm just applying this all over the lids and packing on the colour because this eyeshadow is a little bit sheer. It's one of the sheerest eyeshadows from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. Next, I'm using Pistol, which is a darker grey eyeshadow from the same Urban Decay palette, and I'm just applying that on the outer corner of my eye, creating a little V in between my crease and my eyelid, making sure to keep that eyeshadow only on the outer corner. Then I went over with a clean blending brush, blending in the harsh edges of the darker grey eyeshadow with the lighter grey eyeshadow. Also making sure that I didn't drag the colour too much into the lid, but just blending it into the outer corner of the crease. Next up is time for Tease, which is I think a purpley toned brown eyeshadow, also very cool toned compared to most brown eyeshadows, and I'm just taking that with a fluffy blending brush again and adding into the outer corner of the eye, and that will help transition between all the colours that I'm going to be applying into that area of the eye. And again, blend, blend, blend. That's all you're going to be doing on this eye makeup, is blending the colours together. Now it's time for a little bit of Busted, which is this purple toned again, but a more deeper aubergine colour with a cool undertone, and that I'm applying with a very, very small eyeshadow brush from Real Techniques, because I really don't want to drag that colour any further than the outer corner, particularly that outer V that we created with the first grey eyeshadow. With a much smaller brush, I'm taking that same Busted eyeshadow on my lower lash line, concentrating most of the colour on the outer corner, but also dragging it along the inner corner. Now I'm also taking a little bit of Busted on the outer corner of my top lash line, just to make my eyelashes look a bit thicker. I'm using my favourite eyeliner pencil, which is the Rimmel ScandalEyes waterproof Kohl Kajal pencil, and first I'm lining my top lash line quite messily, not tidy at all, just to get a lot of colour in there. Then with an angled eyeliner brush, I'm going to go over that eyeliner and blend the line in to get rid of any harsh lines and make it look a lot softer and a lot smokier. I'm not very good at doing winged eyeliner, but I tried to create a little bit of a cat flick, as you can probably see, but I wouldn't recommend doing a very dramatic cat flick, because the look is all about the shades, the eyeshadow colours, and not about a strong cat eye look. I then lined my lower waterline and my upper waterline with the same eyeliner from Rimmel that I used to line the top lash line. And I went over with the same light grey eyeshadow again, just in case any of that colour had faded after applying all the other colours. Now doing a little bit more blending, blending and blending. So all I seem to do on this eye tutorial is blend. Now I'm taking Blackout from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, which is a matte black eyeshadow, and applying it with a small eyeshadow brush onto the outer V of the eyes, and that would just define that area even more and make it look even more smokier. And then I'm going to blend it all in again with a fluffy brush, making sure not to drag that colour onto the lids. You can take your time with all the blending and applying colours, because otherwise the look just is not going to look right. I'm going to use the Clinique gel eyeliner on my top lash line again, over that same line that I did with the pencil eyeliner, and that's just going to intensify the colour even more. And then using that same angled brush to go over the gel eyeliner and smoke it out, because I don't want a harsh line, I just want a very defined black line. To highlight the brow bone, I'm using Booty Kohl, which is this champagne-y colour, almost white colour, and it's just really nice and soft. To fill in my eyebrows, I'm using MAC Carbon, which is a matte black eyeshadow, and I basically just comb my eyebrows upwards and then fill it in with a small angled brush. For mascara, I chose my all-time favourite again, Benefit Their Real Mascara. I just get so much volume and length with this mascara. For my bottom lashes, I love the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. The brush is so tiny and it gets really deep into the roots of the tiny lower lashes, so I really like this mascara for the lower lashes. Now it's time to go over again with my concealer under the eyes, to clean up any mess that I made with all the dark colours. And just a light layer of concealer will do. You don't want to cake up the concealer if you've already applied it before. I'm also using my concealer to highlight the bridge of my nose because my concealer is about 2 shades lighter than my skin tone, so it works just as well as a highlighter. For bronzer, my Chanel bronzing powder is my favorite, all-time favorite. It's sort of the only warm toned thing that I use, but I just can't replace it with any other bronzers. And I'm doing a very defined line under my cheekbones with the same brush that it came with the kit, and then blending it all in with a fluffy, I think it's a Real Techniques blush brush, and that's just going to warm up the sides of my face without being too over the top, but I still want for that line to stay quite sharp and contoured. I chose my most cool tone blush, which is Pink Swoon by MAC, and it's just a pinky tone blush. It works really well with cool tone makeup. I apply this mostly on the apples of my cheeks and then bring it upwards towards the temples. I then remove the lip balm and apply my favorite lipstick of the moment, and it's the Soap & Glory lipstick in Super Nude, and it's the most beautiful My Lips But Better color. It's a matte finish, but it's not drying at all, and I have very dry lips, so I can safely say this is my first matte lipstick that it's not drying on the lips. I love the color as well. It's just a browny nudie shade, and it looks really nice with the smoky eye look. And that's the finished look. I hope you guys liked this makeup. I really like how it turned out. Like I said in the beginning, it's very different from what I'm used to. I'm always all about the warm tone makeup because I think it goes better with my skin tone. But I did like how this cool tone makeup turned out, and it goes really well with the blue dress. Hope you guys liked this look. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and leave on the comments below anything that you'd like to see on my channel, and I'll see you all on my next video. Bye!